if we don't know what's causing an individual's problem, then it could be that the solution works for some people but not for others.
How can people actually adults improve their accuracy?
Well, I think the things that you're talking about, just basic skills like breathing and resonance and support can certainly help. The problem that we have, this is where the research is not caught up yet. There are some people who I think their difficulties in singing come from a lack of control of the vocal mechanism, right? So for those people, the kinds of exercises you're talking about, breathing, technique, resonance, are all good. There may be other people, however, who the neurological connections between their temporal lobe and their frontal lobe, the areas that control their hearing and the areas that control their motor system, may be weaker. And so it's not that they lack vocal control. There's a translation problem neurologically. And researchers like Sean Hutchins and Psyche Louis and Peter Fordresher are trying to identify where some of those connections can be strengthened and what kinds of activities will strengthen them. We don't really know yet. I'm particularly interested, I'm giving away one of my future research studies, but I'm particularly interested in the use of visual feedback. I think that because if there is an audio motor problem, using another modality like vision can really help. Now, some people have done this, but not very extensively and not devoted solely to accuracy. For instance, voice teachers use visual feedback to look at your resonance, right? Your formant, that sort of thing. You probably heard us sing and see and that sort of thing. Yeah. And I think that's good, but I'm really interested in visual feedback as a way to manipulate the up and down of your voice, to get better at manipulating the up and down. So that's a study we're hoping to do this fall.
There are some apps out there.
Yes, there are.
And I recommend some of them.
I think, is that one of the ones you recommend?
Which one?
Sing Sharp, I think it's called.
I'm not exactly sure. I've got it on my, I put it down, but that's good to know. But I totally agree with that. I think visualization, when there's a lack of hearing, can help. That's going to be a very interesting study. Yeah, that's great.
So we'll see if we can get some systematic results there. But again, if we don't know what's causing an individual's problem, then it could be that the solution works for some people but not for others, and so we're really at the beginning stages in what I would call remediation, trying to help people who have difficulties. But that's what I hope over the next 10 years to really get better at. I do think one of the biggest things is practice, singing with a recording, singing with groups, singing with other people. I think probably singing with other people is better than singing with a recording in some ways. That people respond better to that. But I think that's a biggie. And it's one of the hardest things because people who feel they don't sing well, that's the last thing they want to do is sing in a group. But I think if we can set up, like these choirs we've been talking about, if we can set up a place where it's okay, I really think that's helpful.